College sports settlement. You're not gonna. So the schools can pay the athletes directly now. Do you think this is good to just get this over with, or do you think it's?
Well, I think the problem is that they've set it at $20.5 million, right?
And they're gonna make it bigger every year,
and it's gonna keep going up. So it's like, what kind of cap is that? It's not even a cap because you have. I understand that you can't set a cap. I guess like a definitive cap. It's like a minimum wage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is our minimum wage the same as it was back in 1980? No. Like the federal minimum wage is $7.25 in America, and I know there are some states it's like $5.15 state. I think it's like Georgia and like Wyoming or something like that, or Missouri. It's something I can't remember. It's not Missouri. I know Georgia's one of them, but it's like $5.15. But most businesses have to go with that federal minimum wage of $7.25, and then other states it's like $15 or $10 or whatever. But the point I'm making there is that the federal minimum wage has gone up over time. It doesn't stay the same because inflation, the dollar bill becomes less valuable. You have to give people more money so they can live, whatever. So with this, I get like with college football demand, people watching it, there's more money in the sport, that the cap's going to keep going up. But since they didn't set like at least a limit where it's like, oh, the cap's going to remain at this for the next 5 to 10 years or so, it could go up every year. Are they just going to keep raising it every year? Because that's not how the federal minimum wage works. The federal minimum wage has been $7.25 in America for 25 years. It's been a while. I don't know exactly how long, but you get what I'm saying. It's just, I know it's dumb to look at regular minimum wage compared to this, but it's like, I don't like that aspect of it, of how, it's $20.5 million, but it can just keep going up whenever. I don't really like that. Plus, even though they said that this is the cap, they still have allowed, they're going to allow the booster thing-ish. So it's not really a cap. If you're going to still allow the big booster people, then it's not a cap.
I didn't actually know that was a thing. I thought the boosters are still there.
Yeah. So it's like,
this doesn't do anything.
I know. It kind of just feels like a big waste of time, is what it feels like. I thought I read somewhere. Now we can clarify, but I thought I read somewhere where some of the third-party boosters were still okay. That or something like that. That's what I read. I don't know though. I could be wrong, but I thought I read somewhere that they were still going to allow it to an extent. And see, if you're going to allow it to an extent, how are you going to regulate it? Let me see. Let me read this.
I don't know, man. Brady Quinn's going to keep collecting more money for the school, which is good, but for the growth of for the sport itself, it's not great.
I mean, this right here cracks me up, Will. This is what cracks me up. This statement right here. You got. Are you able to pull it up?
I have to remove it. Yeah, I have to.
Sorry about that. I can't pull it up because of the fact that
there you go.
I can't pull it up because of the fact that I gotta get the StreamYard fixed. But you see right here, thanks. It says the athletes still won't be classified as employees. What are you, man? When you're making $5 million a year,
it's a waste of time.
Yeah, you're an employee, man. Oh my gosh, like you got to be kidding me with that statement. You're legit trying to gaslight people into believe. Oh, the student athletes. They're not student athletes. They're athletes getting paid by corporations almost.
I mean, I do want them to get the degrees. The degrees do matter, but
the degrees do matter, but it's not the focus anymore. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that the degrees are the focus anymore for most of these players, and that's the sad thing. And I don't blame these players for taking the money and run, but it's just so bad.
I mean,
And
I guess they were worried they would get sued. That they would like sue, the players would sue the government for having to pay taxes. I guess maybe that was it. But
yeah, that's true. I mean, I read somewhere where someone said like this all this house element stuff, it just feels like the fall, like Rome or something like that. It was so funny. I mean, I don't necessarily think it's that dire, but I don't know legitimately all of what's going on here because we just don't know. I mean, I'm not involved with this junk. I just read what I read, but it just doesn't seem like this really accomplishes that much. There's not a set limit, even though there is 20.5 million, but that number can increase whenever they feel like it. It still seems like there can be some third party funny business per se, which isn't really going to help. And they're not employees when they are. And like Husker says, another point: walk-ons.
well,
Nobody cares about the walk-ons.
I mean, hey, Luke Talich might start at Notre Dame. He was a walk-on, but we'll see.
But see, the issue is that used to you had your scholarship players, you got a scholarship, and then you had your walk-ons. Now they're doing a roster limit. You saw that too, right? The roster limit. So like basketball, they're going to have 15 players per roster, and that's the cap. It's not a deal where you have 13 scholarship players and then you can have as many walk-ons as you want. You have 15 players. I guess you can have like 10 or 11 legit players, and then the other ones can be the walk-on-ish players. But how do you do that? How do you give them NIL when they don't play? Same with football. Have you seen in the football roster like 105? What team is going to have 105 players? You're going to have 6 QBs, 15 receivers, 20 offensive linemen? Because used to the cap wasn't like 80. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really agree. I'm glad walk-ons are done. I mean, I guess I can see where Burks is coming from. I guess see where you're coming from. I guess saying like, everyone that's on the team is just the same. Like they're all gonna get some NIL, whatever. But I don't know, man. You were a walk-on for a reason. You're not good. You know what I'm saying? Like they have lower levels for you to play. Like any walk-on player at a big university can go play at Division II, Division III if they want.
Or they can go to JUCO.
Or JUCO, yeah. It's like I don't get I don't necessarily understand the whole stigma of that. Of they're not playing. It's like they can go play if they want to. It's just that a lot of them want to be on that big university to say, hey, I was at Indiana. I was at Alabama, whatever. I don't know. I just don't think this solves too much. What are your main thoughts, Will, on all this?
Well, I thought all it did was like stop the boosters from being involved. I thought this was what the bill did, but it didn't do that. So,
to me, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I could be wrong. I just in my mind though, I thought I read somewhere where they weren't getting rid of all third party ones, and that's what I thought I read. I don't know if you've read that, but that's what I thought I read.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here it is. Same article. I shouldn't have taken it down. I just didn't want to scroll. There's a billion ads, and all that kind of junk. It's right here. It says the new agreement will allow players to sign outside contracts. However, a new wrinkle requires NIL contracts be sent through a clearinghouse run by whoever to ensure. I mean, to me, when I see sign outside contracts, that means like third-party boosters.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what that means to me. That just seems like coded language to me. I could be wrong, but that's what I read. I saw someone say that this article had misinformation. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this stuff. I just I don't know. At the end of the day, I just think all this stuff it's trying to put a Band-Aid on you know, what all these moves that have been made, NIL, the portal, it's just created chaos across college football and college sports in general. It's not going to get fixed by any singular thing, and this is just a band-aid. And I don't think it's going to completely fix it.
No.
I don't know if you agree with that. Think it will, but most people that I've seen have not been very.
Yeah. It looks like Saban just like wasted everyone's time by making this a committee, but
Definitely doesn't look promising. I mean, college football is never going to be the same. I mean, all the older fans that loved the game back in the 80s and 90s, 70s, it's never going to go back to the way it was. It's not even going to go back to the way it was when we were a kid. It's long gone. I mean, I know people are like, well, you're going to keep watching it. It's, I agree. I'm going to keep watching college sports, but this stuff's a joke. It is a joke. I mean, again, I'm not anti these players making money, and I don't blame the players for taking the money. I don't. Again, if we were athletes, we'd be doing the same thing. It's just this system is broken. It is broken, and this doesn't fix it. Like Scotty said, the way it is now, though, it is not sustainable long term. It is not. And I think that this house settlement thing, I give it like a D at best. It does not fix the problem. It's just a temporary band-aid. It's more like an illusion to seem like, hey, we fixed it. You can't fix this with one thing. It's just not the way it is. But that is that's the way I see the house settlement. I'm sure more stuff is gonna. I'm sure more is going to come out with all this, maybe some more legislation, but this is all we got right now, and I just don't think it's a great thing. But
I mean, I'm worried about these players. Like, they're going to not get a degree, and then they won't have crap to do if they don't make the NFL.
Yeah, and that's why they need to keep the academic side of it as important, as at the forefront. And that's why it's like, oh, they're not in police, they're student athletes. But you've taken all that so many of these 17 and 18-year-olds going into college are going to see is this. They're seeing bills like, oh my gosh, I'm a great player, I'm going to make money. And it's like that in and of itself is going to take their mind off of being a engineer or going to school for something, like that, where after their football career is over. Because think about it. What did Jerry Rice say? What did he famously say? Only 2% go pro. 2%. Well, it's like, all right, most players knew they were never going to be in the NFL. Most knew they weren't going to be in the NBA. So it's like, I have to get a degree. That's what I'm going to college for, but I'm getting a scholarship to play sports. Yay. So I'm getting...
But Scotty, how was it better, though? Like, how was it better, Scotty? Just tell us. We aren't understanding that's better.
I don't see it as being better. I mean, I guess you say the cap, but they're still going to allow outside stuff. So, I mean, I want to believe it's going to be better, but I don't see it.